Hey friends, welcome to Baki's TV. Did you know dinosaurs roamed the earth millions of years ago? It's true, they were huge, and some of them had crazy features like big teeth, horns, and even feathers. Today, we're going to learn some awesome hidden facts about the coolest dinosaurs that lived. We're going to go on an adventure through time to meet these amazing creatures, learn about what they ate, and see how they lived. Get ready to meet the top 10 most incredible dinosaurs you never knew about. First up, it's the king of the dinosaurs, the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex. You probably know T-Rex, right? But did you know its bite was the strongest of any land animal ever? That's right. T-Rex could crush bones in one bite with the power of 12,000 pounds of force. That's like having an elephant sit on you, and then another elephant, and another one, until you had 12 elephants all piled up. Wow! And get this, its teeth were as long as bananas. Can you imagine having teeth that big? You wouldn't need to go to the dentist. But here's a surprise. T-Rex didn't just hunt for its food. Sometimes it ate dead animals it found, just like a scavenger. That means it wasn't afraid to eat leftovers. I guess even the scariest dinosaurs didn't want to let a good meal go to waste. T-Rex lived in North America during the late Cretaceous period, which was about 66 million years ago. Can you imagine walking in the woods and seeing a T-Rex? I don't know about you, but I'd be super careful. Next up is the Velociraptor, a dinosaur that was smaller than you might think. Velociraptors weren't as big as you see in the movies. They were only about the size of a turkey. Could you imagine a turkey chasing after you? That's what a Velociraptor would be like. And guess what? Velociraptors had feathers, just like birds today. They didn't use their feathers to fly, though. Scientists think the feathers helped keep them warm or attract mates. Maybe they even had colorful feathers like some birds do today. Velociraptors were super fast and smart too. They hunted in packs to take down their prey, just like wolves do today. They would use their sharp claws and teeth to catch their food. These dinosaurs were like the ninjas of the dinosaur world, sneaky, fast, and always up to something. They lived in what is now Mongolia and China about 75 million years ago. Get ready to crane your necks, because here comes the Brachiosaurus, one of the tallest dinosaurs ever. Brachiosaurus was one of the tallest dinosaurs, stretching up to 40 feet high, about as tall as a 4-story building. That's like stacking 4 houses on top of each other. Can you imagine how high that is? With its long neck, it could easily munch on leaves from trees that no other dinosaurs could reach. It was like having a super-duper long ladder built right into its body. Imagine looking up and seeing a dinosaur that tall. It would be like looking up at a giraffe, but even bigger. Brachiosaurus was a plant eater, which means it only ate plants. It needed to eat a lot of plants to fuel its giant body. It probably spent most of its day eating, just like me. This gentle giant lived in North America during the late Jurassic period, about 150 million years ago. Can you imagine walking through a forest and seeing a Brachiosaurus munching on leaves high up in the trees? It would be an amazing sight. Next up is the Ankylosaurus, a dinosaur that was built like a tank. Ankylosaurus was like a living tank. Its body was covered in thick armor, kind of like a knight-wearing armor, but even tougher. And it had a giant club on its tail that could knock down any predator that came too close. It could break bones with a single swing. Talk about a prehistoric warrior. This dinosaur was the ultimate survivor. It was covered from head to tail in bony plates that protected it from even the fiercest predators. It was like wearing a suit of armor made out of bone. And if that wasn't enough, it had a powerful club on its tail that could deliver a knockout blow. Ankylosaurus lived in North America during the late Cretaceous period, about 68 to 66 million years ago. It shared its home with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but even T-Rex would have thought twice about messing with this armored avenger. Get ready to dive in, because here comes the Spinosaurus, the only dinosaur we know that could swim. Spinosaurus was the only dinosaur we know that could swim. It lived near rivers and hunted giant fish. It was even bigger than T-Rex and had a sail on its back to help it look even more intimidating. Can you imagine a dinosaur that was part land and part water hunter? This dinosaur was like a giant crocodile with a sail on its back. It had a long snout filled with sharp teeth, perfect for snatching fish out of the water. And that sail on its back? Scientists think it might have helped regulate its body temperature or attract mates. It was like a giant swimming billboard. Spinosaurus lived in North Africa during the Cretaceous period, about 112 to 97 million years ago. It shared its watery home with giant fish, crocodiles, and even other dinosaurs. Next up is the Triceratops, a dinosaur with a head full of horns. Triceratops had 3 big horns on its face, perfect for defending itself against predators. Its biggest horn could be over 3 feet long, about the length of a broomstick. They used their horns to protect themselves and fight other Triceratops. This dinosaur was like a giant rhinoceros with a bony frill around its head. Those 3 horns weren't just for show, though. They were formidable weapons that could send even the fiercest predators running for cover. And that frill? It might have helped protect its neck or attract mates. Triceratops lived in North America during the late Cretaceous period, about 68 to 66 million years ago. It shared its home with the Tyrannosaurus rex, and scientists believe these 2 titans clashed on more than one occasion. Get ready to meet Therizinosaurus, the dinosaur with the longest claws ever. Some were up to 3 feet long. But here's the twist. Even though it had sharp claws, it didn't use them to fight. Instead, it was a plant eater, and those claws were perfect for grabbing leaves from trees. This dinosaur was like a giant sloth with scissors for hands. Those claws were truly impressive, but they were more for show than for fighting. Therizinosaurus was a gentle giant that used its claws to pull branches towards its mouth, and for defense if needed. Therizinosaurus lived in Asia during the late Cretaceous period, about 70 million years ago. It was a peaceful herbivore in a world filled with meat-eaters, proving that you don't need sharp teeth and a ferocious attitude to be a successful dinosaur. Next up is the Stegosaurus, a dinosaur with a spiky tail and a tiny brain. Stegosaurus had large plates on its back and sharp spikes on its tail. But did you know that its brain was only the size of a walnut? Even with such a small brain, its tail spikes, called the thagomizer, were great for protecting it from predators. This dinosaur was like a walking fortress. Those plates on its back might have been used for defense, but scientists believe they also helped regulate its body temperature. And those spikes on its tail? They were a formidable weapon that could inflict serious damage. Stegosaurus lived in North America during the late Jurassic period, about 155 to 150 million years ago. It might not have been the smartest dinosaur, but it was definitely well equipped to defend itself. Get ready to be amazed by the Argentinosaurus, the biggest dinosaur ever discovered. Argentinosaurus was the biggest dinosaur ever discovered. It was longer than 2 school buses and weighed as much as 15 elephants combined. Imagine how much it must have eaten to keep such a giant body going. This dinosaur was a true titan. It was so big that it probably didn't have to worry about predators too much. It could simply stomp its foot and send them running for cover. Just imagine seeing this giant walking across the land. Argentinosaurus lived in South America during the late Cretaceous period, about 97 to 94 million years ago. It was a gentle giant that spent its days grazing on plants, a true testament to the incredible diversity of the dinosaur world. Last but not least, we have the Microraptor, one of the smallest dinosaurs with a big surprise. Microraptor was one of the smallest dinosaurs, but it had an amazing trick. It could glide like a flying squirrel. With feathers on its arms and legs, it could soar from tree to tree, avoiding predators and finding food. This dinosaur was like a feathery flying dragon. It was one of the smallest dinosaurs, but it had a big personality. It could glide through the air with ease, making it a master of its environment. Microraptor lived in Asia during the early Cretaceous period, about 120 million years ago. It was a fascinating example of the incredible diversity and adaptability of dinosaurs. Wow! We've learned so much about dinosaurs today. From the bone-crushing T-Rex to the tiny gliding Microraptor, Dinosaurs were amazing creatures. We hope you had fun learning about these prehistoric giants. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more awesome videos. See you next time, Dino Explorers!